I'm just curious because it seems like both of you are on the same wavelength. Is there really a difference then between the cultural one and the ones churches are doing?
Well, I would say it's not about, from where I see it, I don't look at it from the difference aspect of it. I look at it from where are we fusing and where is the connection point. What are we borrowing from each other and what are we adding? So, for example, at Daraja, what we do is we have something we call the 5 stages of transition into manhood. And in these 5 stages is the same thing that Dr. Mugo has alluded to. So in these 5 stages, we have something we call the first stage is separation, where this young man is separated from their family. You know, you're in a time you need to go through rites of passage. It's your period, it's your season of transition. We need to separate you, number one. Number 2 is seclusion. You've separated them from their family, from their parents, from their home, but then you seclude them in an environment that is completely different because it switches something in their head. Their mentality, their emotion, they can sense, they can tell something is happening that is different. So separation, seclusion, and the third one is the transition in itself, which comes in the circumcision, the teachings, the mentorship, the guidance, the sitting down to go through this. After this young man has gone through stage 1, separation, seclusion, transition, they get into stage 4, which is called celebration. Why? Because at that point, and Dr. Mugo will allude to this again, after they've gone through this process, we need to celebrate them and tell them, wow, we are proud of you. Because men are rarely celebrated. And number 5, which is so important, because this stage does not stop. It is actually continuous. It is a stage we call affirmation. So if you were to look at it, it's separation, seclusion, transition, celebration, affirmation. Because affirmation, from the point where he has transitioned into manhood, you affirm who they are, you affirm what they've been taught, you affirm who God is calling them to be. And we base it on a very simple scripture from 1 Corinthians 13:11, which says, when I was a child, I thought like a child, I spoke like a child, and I acted like a child. But when I became a man, I left my childish ways behind me. Simply meaning, you were at a certain stage. You reached at a certain point, something changed in you. There was a transition. But moving forward, there is a direction. So where is God pointing you? So we can talk about it from a point of circumcision of the flesh, of what happened to you, but then again we talk about it for circumcision of your mind. How are you thinking in terms of you being cognitive, in terms of your senses, in terms of your maturity, but then again we talk about circumcision of the heart. And this is where the biblical and the Christian aspect comes in, because values, when you take them, it's very easy to sit somewhere and say, I'm arguing about this because this is what I've been taught. I'm arguing about this because there's a mark on my body. But what about arguing about it and believing and advocating for it because it is a belief, it is a value that you uphold. And in those values comes in parts of the lessons like integrity, self-awareness, and what we teach. So once they understand it and they hold it in their heart, then we believe that individual is able to now move forward and become that man. Because once they turn into manhood and they've transitioned, that is the same man who is going to bring up another child and take them through the process. So we are not leaving a gap. Bridging and making sure this rites of passage is happening in the right way, but the values that are important are there, because those values are not for the 10 days. No. They are lifelong.
For the rest of your life.
Forever.
Pastor Slim.
Yes, sir.
A slim comment from you as we finish.
Mine is simple. Yeah. We cannot afford to ignore the boy child, and we cannot afford to ignore the man. If we do that, it is detrimental to us as a society. Yeah. We will feel it, it will hurt us, we'll be in a mess. And what we're simply saying is, as Daraja, we're simply saying we are providing a solution, we are providing an avenue to allow for these conversations. So let's keep talking.
Awesome.